Hey, Michael Colbruno, how you doing? Hey, I preliminarily haven't been able to find a connection between Mark Zuckerberg and the Association of Californians for um, Community Empowerment, but but I did find a loose association between ACCE and Tom Steyer, and this came from an article in the New York Books in My Books, I believe it was, about Moms for Housing, where the author wrote that she was greeted with an entry into the ACE office by a person who worked for Tom Steyer, who had leased office space next door, part of it, or something of that order. That was a big eye opener for me. The author of the post that I'm referring to didn't even bother to look into any connection at all or asked if Steyer was involved, or if that person did, it was kept off the record and off the post. But this person did note that. And their offices are on 2501 International Boulevard. So I don't think it's coincidence that happened. Of course, in politics, you always want to check out something that seems to be a connection. And sometimes there are connections. But the simple fact of the matter that Steyer leased, space there, and it could very well have been out of their office, means that they got money from Tom Steyer. Period. End of story. So that is something that I did find. As far as Mark Zuckerberg, I haven't found anything yet. But what troubles me about this entire organization is that it is one of a number of organizations and efforts that have monetized protest as opposed to job training or startup creation. And so what it does is it keeps our folks, black folks, consistently in the position of whining and crying about what we don't have, rather than improving our human capital to improve our income. You see what I'm getting at? I find that really troublesome. And I'm going to start talking about it more and more and more. And well, I already have a company that's positioned to do something about it. And I don't mean in terms of making the media, but I mean in terms of paying people. And it's growing. So I'm really happy about that. Just have to be careful with the bucks that I get and make sure that they're spent wisely. So far, so good, but I digress. But back to the point and the question, you might wondering what this is about. ACCE held a rally, a protest that resulted in 90 cars being driven past my friend Phil Tagami's house. Phil Tagami is the managing partner of California Commercial Investments and the co-developer of the Oakland bulk and oversized terminal. And but they weren't protesting because of that. They weren't protesting because of any coal issue. Nothing like that. They were protesting specifically because, according to their communications director, Anya Sveno, uh, and I had actually called her. She never called me back. But they were protesting specifically because, get this, he's a millionaire. Now think about this. Think about what I'm telling you. I mean, first of all, every person that owns a home in Oakland is a millionaire. Why? Because the average price for a home in Oakland is $1.1 million. You own that, you have an asset that's at that value, it makes you a millionaire. So to pursue Phil strictly because, and then put this in writing that he's a millionaire is stupid. So you had 90 people driving past Phil expressing stupidity, honking their horns, forgetting for the moment that they're passing by a lot of other people who are millionaires too. You know what I mean? That's what this world's come to. So if that's what ACCE does, they really need to check themselves and pivot. And if they really want to people of color, help people of color code. I know how to code. Help them build websites. Help them build an online presence. Help them build homes. Help them by providing them with training to improve their human capital so that they can walk into a Facebook or Google with confidence, or start their own Facebook or Google with confidence. Start incubators to build companies and build jobs along the way and get them investments. That's productive. But this stuff, you might get a change here and there, but it's a long time coming. You build a company, you can disrupt the world overnight. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube. Oh, and let me say something else too. Putting black folks in that position is a self-esteem wrecker. And I think that's the big problem. All right, see ya.